Hello there traders. For today's analysis I decided to cover USD versus Japanese yen, and I will speak about gold market and about the crude oil. I will start with the USD versus Japanese yen first. So as I mentioned, I think in my previous analysis and on previous days, we did have a breakout of this consolidation. So you can see the price basically price was trading like inside of this heavy consolidation. You see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. 10 days of consolidation, and there was a breakout that happened yesterday. But the price basically closed almost where we started. There was a news basically, and we did have ADP yesterday, and basically that caused the supply to come in. So that was a news effect. Because it was a news effect, and it was basically just triggered because of the negative data for negative numbers for in the US from yesterday. For me, I treat this like a climatic action. So there was a selling climax from yesterday. So this price section here was not caused with the regular supply and demand. It was basically news effect. And as I know, every time we see the news effect, I try to see what happened during the first, let's say 30 minutes, hour and a half, and so to try to reveal the piece of the puzzle. So we got this sell-off. This actually happened during the news, but then we didn't really have any follow through. And if you check, we did have the candles narrowed by big margin after that 30-minute after that news, and then we narrowed the candles. We got supply, but look at the narrow it down so much, and then we got a reaction from buyers. So I treat all of this like I still think that we can trade upside, and I would suggest the bullish opportunities with potential. This idea will be invalid if we can take, for example, where we started this whole upside movement. If we can take that, I will say that then this idea will be invalid. But as long as we're trading here, and so I see that there is a potential for the further rally, and there is a speaking of the levels, if we can have a right now, if we take this pin bar high, I guess we can test 110.70 and maybe even later 111 and 111.55. So definitely watch for buying opportunities as long this low at 109.60 is holding. If you check also daily, if you just try to read what happened here, we do have a higher low. So we made a higher high with that push higher yesterday. We made a higher high, but at the same time we also made a higher low. So we are building the higher lows and higher highs. So we definitely got upside. Even in this more like a sideways stuff, we do have higher highs and higher lows. So definitely watch for buying opportunities with the targets at 110.40, 110.70, 111 and 111.60. The next market I want to cover, we can speak about gold market. Gold market is in basically, just let me point this, in basically we got a 3-bar balance. So we're balancing for 3 days already, and also today we got a very narrow day, fully inside the previous day. So we do have big indecision around this 1850, 1823. Here on the left you have the major swing highs, major cluster at 1830. So that is a big swing cluster there. So right now it's about to wait for a market for the bigger players to show, right? Because we got a very big contraction, and we expect a breakout from this contraction. Now the low of this contraction around 1801 and the high of this contraction around 1822. I also want to see the breakout on the higher volume. Since volume is right now not that great, volume must pick up, and also we need to see the breakout of the contraction. So watch for the breakout, because we got a 3-day balance right there. The downside breakout can potentially lead us to some lows, 1783 and stuffs. So previous swing lows. The upside breakout potentially lead us to again 1830, 1831. And just finally to mention the crude oil, we did have this drift. Drift actually played out pretty nicely. Tested the 67.11, almost tested the lows here. So that was a minimum objective of this drift. And then we got a reaction back, and now we're fully inside the previous day range. So this one played out already, but now we're back into the sideways mode. That will be all for today. I hope that you did enjoy, and basically see you all tomorrow morning.